frosty winter's morning, the Fat Controller arrived with a surprise for Henry. Henry, I know you haven't been feeling well lately, but if you are able to build up steam this evening, I have arranged for you to pull the flying kipper. Oh, sir, thank you. I'll try my hardest, said Henry. That evening he sat proudly on the turntable in front of the other engines before triumphantly puffing away to pull the flying kipper.
All kinds of ships use the harbor at the big station by the sea. There are passenger ships, cargo ships, and fishing boats also come here. They unload their fish on the quay. Some of it goes to shops in the town, and the rest in a special train to other places far away. This is the train the railwaymen call the Flying Kipper. Henry was ready at 5 o'clock. There was snow and frost. Men hustled and shouted, loading the vans with crates of fish. The last door banged, the guard showed his green lamp. The Flying Kipper was ready to go. Come on, don't be silly, puffed Henry to the vans. The vans shuddered and groaned, trot, trick, all right. That is better, puffed Henry. Clouds of smoke and steam poured from his funnel into the cold air, and the fire's light shone brightly. Hurry, panted Henry. They were going well. The light grew better. Signal light shone green as they passed. Then a yellow signal appeared ahead. His driver prepared to stop, but the home signal was down. All clear, Henry. Away we go. They couldn't know the points from the main line to a siding were frozen, and the home signal should have been set at danger, but snow had forced it down.
The next morning, the Fat Controller came to the sheds with bad news. Henry has had an accident, he began. Ice and snow caused him to derail while pulling the kipper. But all is not lost. He is being sent away to Crewe for an overhaul. It's a fine place for sick engines. He'll return better than he's been feeling in years. The engines were ecstatic. His overhaul is expected to take a few months, so in the meantime...
A diesel is all that's available. Please do your best to avoid any disturbances.
That mean? Whispered Duck. That means this diesel is difficult. The diesel surveyed the shed. Not bad. I've seen worse. At least you're all clean.
Don't do that.
The engines glared.
Everything a joke to you.
It's not your fault, but Sir Topham Hatt should scrap you and get engines like me. A fill of oil, a touch on the starter, and I'm off. No bother, no waiting. They have to fuss round you for hours before you're ready. The engines were furious. Next morning, they held an indignation meeting round the turntable.
Disgraceful.
Disgusting. Despicable. To say such things to us, cried Donald and Douglas, is to teach him a lesson we'd be wanting. Now how do we do it? Their chance came sooner than expected. The diesel was purring comfortably. An inspector watched a fitter making final adjustments. The wind tugged at the inspector's hat. The diesel was ready. Look at me!
Now I'll show you something.
He rolled proudly toward his coaches. Then it happened.
I've been taking the class about filters. Yeah, you do. Little.
Shaking and spluttering, the diesel stopped.
I don't understand. This never happens.
Meanwhile, the inspector was looking for his hat. The diesel seethed with fury as Duck and pushed him back to the shed. My hat, exclaimed the inspector. You sucked it through your air intake.
Bother your hat. The heavy train's due out.
You'll have to take it, Duck.
The diesel was stuck in the shed and watched as Duck set off to pull the train instead. The diesel, feeling quite embarrassed of himself, had his shed door shut. He left behind only two things: a rather dreadful smell and a battered bowler hat.